talking about the Walking Dead universe. So yeah, for now, let's dive on in. Today's video, we'll be doing a top 5 biggest mistakes in the Walking Dead universe. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts of it. That did not make it on the list, let me know in the comments below. So we're going to be kicking off at number 5. Number 5 is going to be about the saviors. I really enjoyed the savior art, but there's really some I wish they tweaked it a little bit, and I think that All Out War, it was the biggest fact of it is, I think they should have dived down the story, or the All Out War story arc, and just have the saviors in general one season, maybe 1.5 and stuff like that. But yeah, I just think they should tweak it a little bit, and it just felt like really off and stuff. So number 4 is going to be the ending of the main show, based off a cliffhanger. So what do I mean by that? And they've done a lot of the characters ending the wrap of their character great, but like the biggest problem I think is like about the whole deal about Daryl, the whole deal about Negan, the whole deal about Rick and Michonne. They're like, hey, there's you some little hints, and then like all that, and you're like, oh, we gotta know what happened to Rick. We gotta know what happened to Michonne. We gotta know about Daryl and Negan. And so you're like up in the air, like, is that, I don't know, it's like up in the air, is it good idea or bad idea? And I kind of see the point because of all these spin-off series. They want to say, hey, they're doing their own spin-off series and all that, but I don't know, it's just like, I don't know, and I only understand that they have some characters have an opening, not a close ending, but they're open and all that. So 3 is going to be talking about Fear the Walking Dead. It is the writing and the showrunner. So season 1 through 3 had the same showrunner. Season 4 through 8 had the same showrunner, but I've said it in multiple videos, I had a big issue about Fear the Walking Dead. It definitely really shows it in season 4 through 8. It just feels like first half, everybody gets separated, but get back together, there's a new villain, and then at the end of it, they get separated, the villain died. And then the other half is the same thing. It like redundant or repeats herself or whatever. And it really, over time, it really made me mad. I love the whole, I can't think of the man's name, but it was before the whole toxic bomb situation. I really enjoyed that story arc, and that's the only thing I could think of that I really enjoyed of 4 through 8 of Fear the Walking Dead. And yeah, season 7 was pretty bad, and season 8 was the worst. And I remember, now I'm thinking of it, it's season 5. I had really, when that whole woman, nutty ass woman, whatever, showed up, I really hated it. And that really what made me stop watching Fear. And it was really, really hard to get back into it when season 6 came around. But yeah, and I think the reason is, I think it's more of the showrunner for 4 through 8. Because, I mean, through 1 through 3, I mean, they had a lot of issues, but I really enjoyed Hit. And, like, I heard somewhere that I think it's a showrunner was doing 1 through 3. If he stayed on, his end game was about Madison being the villain was, and they flopped her character so bad. And I'm like, well, you kill her off, bring her back. And the whole Troy situation, kill him, bring him back to get killed. I don't know, it's just the whole plot line. 2 is talking about the CMR. And that's another big problem I have, is they built CMR so much and flat out ruin it. We've seen it. World Beyond was based off on CMR. We've seen hints of it in the main show. We've seen hints of it in Fear. The Ones Who Live was based off on it. Made it, oh, they're the military and all that stuff. Major General Bill is the main villain and all that. And we didn't see him at all except a few scenes in The Ones Who Live. And the finale was just like, well, Rick and Michonne wants to go back home. Eliminates him. And I'm like, what the hell? Because I think they had so much potential that they hyped it up and just flat out ruined it. And I don't know where their mindset was at scenario, why they want to eliminate that after they whatever hyped it up. I think they could have done it different, but number one is The Walking Dead worst mistake they have done. My opinion, probably, I don't think nothing can beat it was, my opinion. Maybe it just depends on certain death-wise, is Carl's death. So he died in season 8 during All Out War. And I think, my opinion, really hurt a lot of The Walking Dead. Like 9 through 11 was. And it really affected Rick's character, because after Carl's death, the actor played him, and the actor plays Rick. And I know that's probably the reason why Rick left, because he didn't like, Andrew Lincoln did not like the idea that they killed him, Rick Carl, off. And that was what pissed me off, was that was the whole point of the show, because they based it off the comic book, and that did not happen in the comic, is Rick was wanting to find his family to protect Carl and all that stuff. And I don't know what was Scott Gimple's mindset of it is, because All Out War, they's like, in the comments, said, well, what was the point of Rick turning his mind to save Negan? And I guess that was his mindset. Well, Carl dies, and he was like, well, he wanted the peace and all that stuff, and that's why Rick kept Negan alive. But like I said in the top number 5, is they could have done it so differently for the Saviors, and that was the biggest fault of Saviors. And I think it was the biggest fault of Carl's death too, because Carl in the comics had a really big story arc in the Whispers, and they really, my opinion, they ruined that aspect of it. But yeah, I still is so angry till this day, and it's been so many years. And I think that, well, my opinion, will always be the biggest mistake they have done. Without they kill off Daryl, Rick, Michonne, and Carol, I think they would be a real bad decision if they kill them off somehow for pointless. But yeah, it's overall, it just makes me mad just thinking of it. I want to hear your guys' thought of it in the description below. And if you're new to my channel and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell, keep us notified. All my social medias are linked in the description, and I will check you guys out in my next video.